just very, I want to say jovial IPA, if that makes sense.
I'll use that now for Untapped. A jovial ale. Oh, there.
That's just what I'm tasting.
Jovial? Nice. Brandon, what are your thoughts on this one?
It tastes joyful.
On this week's episode, we gather up some Christmas beers to drink and discuss for year 2 of our Christmas beer episode. I'm Tony Gullick, and welcome to the Malting Hour.
What's the hats on the house? Got yeast as beast. This the Molten Hour where we talk about our drink and tell you what we think every other week. And if we get drunk, well, we might slur our speech. Got the gift of gab, the friends you wish you had. Join us for a drink, join us for a laugh. Time is never wasted when you're getting wasted. The Molten Hour here, people take your places. People take your places. People take your
Welcome, ho ho ho. Brandon, I feel like you should have done the intro for it. You have the jovial Merry Christmas voice.
Yeah, but if I do it loud, and that would wake the kid up.
Oh, that's right.
Ho ho ho! I would do super loud because I always go like a Christmas Story.
Oh yeah.
Like, ho,
that guy.
And that just started when I was drunk as Santa one year, and then it just kind of stuck. Even when I'm sober Santa, I'm that Santa.
So no one really knows what's going on. That's good.
Yeah,
it's a smart way
it's all mystery.
Oh man. Well, welcome to the Malting Hour. This is our very special Christmas beer episode, just our Christmas episode, holiday episode, whatever you want to call it. It's that time of year. Maybe you could tell by the intro. That was very festive. And I'm Tony Golick. Here's all.
And I'm Brandon. Damn it!
Sorry, I was gonna say. Okay. You want to? Let's try that again. I'm Tony Golick.
And I'm Brandon Winninger.
And I am Clark Fettridge.
Nice. Well done. We'll do that from now on. Welcome, everybody. Well, guys, we're almost done with the year here. And just like the pumpkin beer episode, we always, year 2, come back around to do Christmas beers. Clark, you weren't a part of the cast and crew at one point. You were on the Christmas beer episode last time when we were joined with Jeff and Roger. Welcome back to this Christmas beer episode.
It's great to be here as my first time officially as a host, or what I think is officially as a host. Time on the Christmas episode.
I mean, we will just remember, we can cut the contract off right away. So
easy if
with
that
the
doesn't
verbiage.
work, maybe this will be the third pumpkin beer episode of the year. Why don't we just
call the mute button?
You have that ability?
Yeah, I think so. I think he does. Actually.
Nope. Do not.
Okay. Well, let's make this the third pumpkin episode then. I've got a lot of pumpkin beers to go through tonight.
Me too.
We haven't talked about those in a while. Let's do it.
I've got a brandy barrel aged pumpkin in front of me that I've really been looking forward to drinking and talking about on this show. Actually, that brandy barrel, was it a brandy barrel? Rum barrel that we did.
Rum.
Yeah.
Rum King or something?
Yeah, Rum King. That was pretty good.
That was good. Yeah. I concur.
Anyways, we between the three of us have accumulated 8 beers that we're going to drink all of them tonight on a Monday night together and just get completely annihilated and call off work tomorrow. Correct?
Happy Monday, December 7th, everybody.
Yes, we made it to December 7th. Well, when the episode comes out, it's not actually
I really hope nothing happens and I have to call out sick tomorrow because I do have people at my work that listen to this.
I mean, Friday, December 4th and 11th and 18th and 12th and 14th and 15th.
Yeah, any day you listen to this, that's the day it is. So we all chose different beers. There's a couple of repeats from last year. But we got some new ones as well. We're just going to go through this, right? We're just going to pick one, drink it, take one down, pass it around, and move on to the next one, right?
Yes, sir.
Pretty much.
All right, well, who wants to choose first? Brandon, you choose first. There we go. That's how that shit's decided.
Let's go with the Sierra Nevada.
Ooh, celebration. I still have one left from last year in my refrigerator. I don't know what I'm saving it for. Considering it's a fresh hop IPA, probably a terrible idea.
We were all big fans of this last year, if I recall, on the Christmas episode. Yeah.
I mean, this is a tasty beer.
It was the first Christmas beer I bought this year. This is from.
And when did you buy that? Just out of curiosity, do you recall when it first came out?
I don't. I have to check my Untapped. This was packaged. Oh Jesus, this was packaged on September 29th.
What?
Gross. This is gonna be
Okay, well,
fresh.
3 months.
That's
not awful.
No, it's not.
Well, it's not even 3 months.
We first brewed Celebration IPA in the winter of 1981. Hey, look at that. Brandon, was that the year you were born?
It was.
And Clark, that was like 5 years before you and I were born.
Oh, that was
Like five,
far,
like 6 or 7 years.
long time before. Yeah.
Each year, we use only the first fresh hops of the growing season to create this complex and robust ale. Layered pine and citrus hop aromas balanced delicately against rich malt sweetness to shape this bold wintertime classic. Bottled at the end of summer. Well, shit. It's still a delicious beer. I've already had this year. Is this your first time having these, guys?
Yes.
Yes.
What are your impressions?
Yeah, first time
This
since last year's episode.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I mean. Yeah, the first time having it this year, I should say. What do you guys think?
And it's still delicious. I mean, it's just a very refreshing, just a nice, not too hoppy, not too bitter, just very, I want to say jovial IPA, if that makes sense.
I'll use that now for Untapped. A jovial ale. Oh, there.
That's just what I'm tasting.
Jovial? Nice. Brandon, what are your thoughts on this one?
It tastes joyful. No, I'm getting that pininess. That's what I'm like. It's like the one thing that hits me right when I go in. It's not in the aroma, which I like.
Yeah,
because I don't know. I just don't like the pine smell too much. When it's too strong, when I can smell it, that just means that the beer is going to be like super, super piney. And I don't like super, super piney, but this is just piney enough to where it's enjoyable and easy drinking. I love the carbonation on this thing. I think I loved it last year too. It's just so it's I'm trying to think of what the word is. And
sounds like you're about to come to tears thinking about this beer.
Jovial. I mean, I know what you're trying to say.
I think
no, but like the carbonation on it is so nice because like when I feel like I get that maltiness like on my tongue, but it's like complemented very well by the carbonation, and it's just the bad thing about this is like I could drink this beer like fairly quickly if I was just sitting
For
here
sure. I think it's what, 6.8.
Yeah, it's 6.8%, and yeah, you're right. It is something that's very easy to drink when it comes to that high of an ABV. And Brandon, I think you hit all both of you guys, jovial, joyful, and piney and citrus. So I remember when I first had this beer this year, I wasn't really blown away by it, and maybe because I wasn't really putting in the mindset of like, okay, I know what this beer tastes like. But just like last year's episode, as we're sitting here talking about it, I am reminded how much I really love this beer.
Do you remember last time you had it if it was fresh? Or the first time you had it? If it was
Well,
fresh.
I can tell you on November 27th, 2014, Tony did drink this beer.
Oh no, what did I say?
But was it the first time?
Well, that's a fair amount of time. Although for Tony, I don't know if that's quite the first time. Unfortunately, no comments.
Oh.
No comments were added. Would you give it a 3.5?
All right.
You gave it a 3.5, which I feel like in
Be the first
these
time.
times would be 4
Correct.
in your new rating. You know what I
Yes.
mean? I think back in the day, you and I both were pretty. You
Yes. Yeah, I agree. My reading has definitely changed. I was talking to my neighbors about that this weekend when we were doing our winter beer tasting, and this one of them? No, I'm not sure. But they were trying to say out of 10. I'm like, actually, I prefer out of 5. Let's do out of 5 because that's what I use for my Untapped. And I said,
How many hoes would you give it?
what's that?
How many hoes would you give it?
Ho, 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 ho. That was 4 hoes for anybody counting. Yeah, so when I had it this year, this is the same 6-pack that we're drinking from is the one that I bought this year.
Yeah, I think, and so just as a note
That makes
too,
sense.
so all of the beer that we're all drinking pretty much from the same 6-pack.
Correct.
More or less.
Nobody else went out and bought more of the same. This is probably the first Christmas time, winter time beer I see every year come out like first, except for maybe like Sam Adams Winter Lager that comes out I think in July. So I do look forward to this beer, and I'm happy that drinking this now with you guys, I'm reminded why I do really like this beer. I think maybe listen to your descriptors like jovial, joyful, citrus, piney, really taking that all into consideration. And maybe it's just because it's this time of year now. It really is. It's December. We're getting closer to Christmas. I'm surrounded by all these Christmas lights like I normally am in my basement. It just, this beer is solid. It's a great change from what other Christmas beers are during this time of year.
Yeah, this kind of beer, and I feel like I remember thinking this last year. We get so caught up in trying all the new stuff, searching for all the barrel-aged stouts and everything that's special this time of year, that sometimes I wish I just bought a 6-pack of this and, say that the two of you, we just sat around and drank that.
Yeah.
That wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. And it just sounds nice and refreshing to do that instead of going over the top all the time.
Yeah, the thing I was going to say about this beer, though, like as much as I can appreciate it as a celebration, end of the year beer, Christmas beer, I would drink this like on a hot July day.
Yeah, yeah,
for sure. Yeah,
and I think, and I think this is where this beer lends itself more to not specifically just like a Christmas beer. It's celebrating the end of the year type of thing. But again, they bottle it usually at the end of August, so great fall weather beer. This would fall into that category. Like I would crack this around a campfire, or like I said. So this is very versatile as far as like hot weather beer, cold weather beer. Could totally get on top of this, any time of the year.
Well, maybe I think I've got one more bottle left. We'll save it for springtime.
Christmas in July.
The Christmas in July episode.
In 5 years, we'll do a lineup. We'll do a vertical.
Oh, jeez. That sounds awful. Well, that's good. I like that beer. I will forever like that beer. All right. Well, Clark, you're up to bat, baby.
All right. I was going to pick this one first. I'm going to go with Breckenridge Brewery Christmas Ale since 1993.
Very nice. There's one that we didn't, that's not in the lineup that I really wish, maybe, I'm sure we'll see each other hopefully before the end of the year.
We'll see.
Bell's Christmas Ale, the Scotch Ale I got to try over the weekend.
Yes.
Ooh, man, that is awesome. It's nice and
I'm
roasty and nice and chocolatey.
Realizing that I just figured out our final pour because me being a imbecile forgot one of the most important ones for this episode.
What?
That I bought like a month ago.
Oh, seriously?
The Bell's
shit! Yeah,
old-fashioned one. Hello.
I thought you had another beer. That's right. Great. Well, guess we'll have to drink that at the year-end episode.
Yeah, so we're drinking Breckenridge.
I don't see anything on the bottle. Did you pull up any information on this one?
Yeah, we're working on that. We're Breckenridge. I was
right
busy.
on top of that, Rose.
There we go. I was busy forgetting the first, I think, beer we all bought for this episode.
Man, I when I went to pick this up from you, the beers from you, and I saw that, I was like, I thought there was more than one. Okay, no big deal.
That's what I thought.
There is.
I blew it.
All
right.
You got to get that sound clip, Brandon.
I know. I have that on my phone.
Well, this is a winter warmer, as they call it on Untapped. Fortunately, they don't want to tell us anything else.
No. Well, I
guess I'm going to have to work harder.
Well, I call it that on the bottle too.
Jeez,
I think it's on coincidence.
It's on their website. I mean, I'm pulling it up right now.
Flavors of caramel and chocolate are derived from an abundance of carefully roasted malts. Chinook and Mount Hood hops contribute a spiciness, lending balance, and a clean finish. Christmas Ale is a cozy holiday companion worthy of sharing.
And the chill of winter calls for a beer with extra flavor and strength, and this take on a classic strong ale does just that. It soothes the soul and warms the spirit. See what we did there? You did.
ABV 7.1, IBU 22.
Recipes. What the hell is this? There's a thing. Oh, if I want to make something. Christmas ale pork chops. I'm going to save the rest of this beer for that.
Sounds delicious.
I got a chance to try this on Saturday for my beer tasting with my neighbors. What do you guys think of this one?
I am not getting as much of a quote unquote Christmassy taste in this as compared to what I remember from many other Christmas ales. I guess I'm kind of getting like a Pilsnery taste flavor in there. I don't know if that's the hops.
I don't know if it's the hops or the yeast, but there is like that.
Yeah, maybe it is yeast, but it's like a spritzy kind of flavor.
Seeing
I like it.
Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say whatever it is, I like it because, I mean, it's different.
Yeah,
and
it's tasty, refreshing.
I can't currently harken back to my taste buds of yesteryear to see if it has changed at all. But the one thing I did notice, like right when I first gave it a pour, and I kind of went in and gave it a little snifferoo, it was
that's a very technical term.
I swear I almost got like a barrel note on there. I was like, ooh, it's a clean glass. So
I still can't.
What would you rate it on the snifferoo scale?
Oh, snifferoo, it's 4 sniffs.
4 sniffs. Oh wow, I'm getting 2.5.
Yeah, I don't know. It was. I don't get that now though. So I was just saying, like in my first, like when I first poured it, and I kind of went in, I swear it almost smelled kind of a little barrel characteristic, but that has since faded. And I am getting just like more sweetness and like maltiness versus anything else, and that's kind of what's come through in the flavor as well. Is it's a thicker, I feel, than the Celebration. The heavier mouthfeel, but lighter carbonation almost. So I don't know. Again, I don't know if I would classify this generally as a Christmas beer.
Yeah, that's sort of what I'm thinking too.
I don't hate it.
No.
I would I like this more on Saturday. Nobody liked it except me and Jeff. This beer, when I see malty full body winter warmer, like I guess I expect a little bit more. I don't think I would use that description for this beer. More so as I like the hops. What is it? Chinook and Mount Hood. I really like those hops. It's kind of piney. I feel like that is, that could lend itself to being more of a Christmas type beer.
No, I agree.
So what's funny when I think of these, these Christmas beers. What was it a couple years ago? I don't think it was something that we reviewed on the show, but we had that beer from Block 15 that had the spruce tips in it.
Yes, it was the first spruce beer that I liked.
Yeah, you were adamantly against it at first, and then we tried it, and you're like, "Holy shit, this is actually really good." So I've never seen anything like I've looked, for stuff that we get, and nothing is with that. Like I would be super interested in trying that again.
Clark, can't you get a hold of some crazy spruce tip beers for us?
Oh, I've got a clear line to spruce tip beers anytime you want.
The first time,
those are your favorite.
Yeah, the first time I had a spruce tip beer was with Clark, and I hated it. I said it's like sucking on a fucking pine tree.
Jeez.
Yeah, well, I got vulgar and everything too.
That's what it is. It was just shorts. I think it was called Spruce something.
It was the first and only shorts beer that I didn't really like, and maybe I need to revisit it.
Spruce Pilsner is what it was called.
Maybe I'll try it again.
I'm wondering if you said something about it.
Uh-oh.
Oh, wow. Hold on. This is a little surprising. You gave it a 3.
Okay.
Just give it a 3 in 2015. So that checks out to like a 3.5, 3.75
it's not
these
terrible,
days.
Yeah.
You'd say, wow, very different than anything I've ever had. I think I like it.
Question mark, yeah. And I don't.
There's your answer.
To answer my own question from the review, I don't. And maybe I do. I don't know. I don't know. I felt so strongly about it afterward. I just didn't think it was all that. And a bag of chips, minus the chips for sure. But when Brandon and I had that Block 51, right? Block 51?
Block 15.
Block 15. I'm dyslexic when it comes to numbers. That was good. That was really good. I remember really enjoying that. And I think I told you, I'm like, ugh, spruce tip beers are gross.
Yeah, well, because I told you about it when I got it, because I was saving it for us to try together.
Yeah,
You're like, I don't really dig those kind of beers. I'm like, well, whatever. It's going to either be good or it's going to be bad. Whatever, it's beer.
Going to be good, going to be gross.
But yeah, it went over well.
It did. It did. Do you guys have anything more to talk about this? Oh, actually, I got one thing to say. I had Mike. Oh, geez, maybe 5 years ago, maybe even more, bought a case of this beer.
The Breckenridge.
Yeah, not like a full case. Yeah, I think it was like 24 bottles in there, and forever held on to it. And it was in his mom's basement for a very long time, so much that when she just recently sold the house, I said, dude, we got to try it. And he's like, I have no idea how old it is. It could be like 6 years, 7 years. I don't know. We opened it up. We smelled it. It was sour. And we were like, ooh, this is not very good as far as smelling goes. And then we took a sip, and it's actually pretty good, which is weird. So I have a 6-pack of it. I will give you guys a bottle of it to try. You can, if you like it, drink it. If you don't, dump it. I don't care. But I do have a very old Breckenridge Christmas ale that at the time, which is maybe about a month ago, Mike and I thought was actually decent.
Sorry, going back real quick. The Spruce Tips beer from Block 15 was called Happy Holidays. I was trying to find out the name of it. I was looking it up. Yeah, it was Happy Holidays, and we had that. I think it was a brew day.
Was it? Yeah, 2 years. I say 2 years ago.
We all drank it. Ron drank it. It's when we were brew. It was the stout day.
Yeah,
today we all brewed the stout in my yard.
Back in the day. Do you guys want to? Let's do another one. Before we take a break.
Let's move on.
So
it's your turn, right?
Yeah, it is my turn. I'm going for what I wanted to try, and I recommend, if you guys want, save the bottles because they're made of stone. I believe. Ooh. Delirium Noel. Brandon, when you showed the picture of this, that you bought this for the episode, I had a nice little giddy little oh boy, very excited to have this because I haven't had Delirium Noel in I think I tried it once and I don't remember what it tastes like, and I'm very excited that you grabbed this and we're gonna try it right now.
Yeah, it's been a while since I'd had it too, so just seeing it, I was like, I'm buying it. Either we're doing it for the episode or I'm drinking 4 of them. So.
Well, it is a glass bottle, but it looks like it's got like a stone finish on it. It's awesome looking bottle.
Yeah.
It's awesome looking bottle.
Does it break like stone?
Oh,
oh, that is darker and cloudier than
and it is very fizzy.
What I was expecting. Beer. I know, but it's got like a...
No, I meant for the carbonation on it. That's what I was saying.
Oh, yeah.
Super fizzy. Since 1654. This beer is old. It's just the brewery. Let's see. Does anybody have any information on this pulled up?
Brewed only for the Christmas and New Year, Noel complete the Delirium trilogy. Its appearance is a superb warm copper to red color, recalling Nocturnum, except in its taste, of course. I agree. It hides its subtlety by multiple levels of flavor and should be approached with confidence. We have that, with a tinge typical Christmas, sauced with a sweet touch, then bitterness. Ooh.
I wish all the other things you added were actually a part of the description.
Yeah, sorry.
No, it was good. My first impression, I took a sip while you were reading. The color is it looks like dirty water.
It does. That's why I said cloudy. Yeah. I mean, it's like...
I mean, not dirty water. I'm putting it in front of different lights. It just, in my glass right now, it doesn't look appealing, but I'm also in my dark basement surrounded by these LEDs and my screen. But it smells delicious. It's nice and fizzy as far as carbonation goes. It's very Belgian-y. The aroma is very fruity. Kind of, there's a little spice to it, but I not like Belgian spice, not Christmas spice. And it's the taste of it is fruity, and I fucking love this. This is awesome.
Yeah, I really enjoy this. Yeah, there's almost like a champagne.
Yes.
Smell on the nose there.
This one I might drink all of.
I concur.
Yeah, but and it's clearly Belgian, but it's not like overly.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah. I agree.
Like, they should not be in too Belgian.
Holy shit! It's 10%.
Ooh, boy.
Maybe I won't drink.
That's why when you said this, I was a little surprised. I was like, all right.
Well,
That's so interesting for a 10% beer. Yeah, it's. I'm getting all sorts of different things that I wouldn't expect from this, knowing now what it is.
Yeah, because the thing is, it's
In a
not
good
boozy.
way, yeah.
It's not boozy at all.
No, not at all.
Not at all. This drink's like it could be 4%.
4.5.
Okay. Brandon, when was the first time you had this? Do you remember?
I don't. And it actually probably pre Untapped, because
Yeah,
the delirium stuff was kind of the first stuff that I got into as far as like Belgian beers go. I had a friend that was really into like triples and quads. So I was drinking a bunch of Belgian stuff, and I specifically remember when Christmas came around and I had to buy, like, I was going to his house and I was like, oh, I should buy him something for Christmas. And I picked up 4-pack of this. Actually, I don't know, maybe this was one of the ones that came in larger bottles every once in a while.
It did used to come in the larger bottle.
Yeah, I think I grabbed that, and we sat around and drank that like all night long. It was all night. But yeah. So this would have been like 2009, 2010.
Yeah, I remember this.
wow.
I remember this being the 750 milliliter bottle. I'm looking online right now, and it looks like they still sell it like that as well. You can buy the 750 milliliter bottle of this, which, this would be a good bottle to share. Like the three of us could sit there and drink it, or three of us can sit there and drink a whole bottle to ourselves. Am I right?
What I almost bought, like if we weren't socially distancing, they had the Anchor, the Anchor Christmas beer,
The giant bottle,
in like the 3-liter bottle or whatever.
I think I'm gonna get that
It's
for
like
Christmas.
it was $16.99 at Benny's for
that thing.
Yes,
That's
for the
great
3-liter
deal.
bottle.
I think I want to get
and
that.
they had it like they had the 2019 and the 2020. I was like,
Vertical time.
I mean, I would have done. I just can't justify having that sitting around the house myself.
Apparently, that's a Christmas ale that you can age, or at least they say. I don't know. I'm surprised that none of us grabbed that, because I feel like that's also a staple when it comes to Christmas beers, and I have not had that. Jeez,
We didn't do it last year, right?
no.
No.
Clark, can you check on Untapped if I've checked that in ever?
Yeah. I mean, if I had grabbed it, I would have just forgotten to.
Yeah, throw it in. So
Sure.
we still wouldn't.
So,
We still wouldn't.
what does it matter?
Still wouldn't
You
have
mean,
drank it.
Clark, you didn't buy 3-liter bottles for all of us?
I should have.
Hey, surprise, guys. Thanks for making me a part of the show. If the double barrel wasn't enough, here's a 3-liter bottle of Anchor's Christmas Ale. That's how Clark sounds.
Oh, boy. Okay, there are a lot of them, so it's hard to tell.
Yeah, that's all right.
Nothing coming up.
All right. Well, I would like to. I'm gonna go and look out for that one. Maybe that'll be a Friday feature. One Friday before this year's over. Ugh. But Brandon, good snag, man. Delirium Noel Belgian Christmas Ale. We didn't read the. Did you read the description, Clark?
I did, yes. And I did find, I did read that. Remember, I added in a couple things.
Right. Sorry.
Yes.
I'm seeing.
But I did find you
Sorry.
checked in the 2014 version of Anchor.
Interesting.
The Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
Ooh.
And you wrote it tastes like Christmas, 3.5.
Back then, that's pretty high.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's like a 4 these days.
So I'm on another
High
website.
praise.
I'm on a website called Belgian Style Ales, and I pulled up Delirium Noel. This is what I'm going to read their product info, because it's a little bit different than yours. Once banned in the USA because of the provocative title of the line of ales was thought to encourage overindulgence, the pink elephant logo on the label probably did very little to curb the argument. Delirium Noel from, I don't know how to pronounce their name, Huyghe Brewery. I suck. Belgian strong ale that pours dark red with a foamy beige head. Top fermented, bottle conditioned. The brew boasts potent aromas of dark fruit, apricot, caramel malt, sweet cherry, cinnamon, and clove with notes of vanilla, apple, banana, and yeast. What do you guys think of that?
There's a lot in there. I was going to say cardamom. Was I making that up?
Yes.
Yeah, probably.
To be honest, I can't tell you what cardamom means or what it tastes like. What it means.
Yeah, I don't know where that came from, but it just sprang to mind all of a sudden.
If you guys want to pair this with food, you can pair it with beef, hamburger, barbecue, hearty winter soups, stews, chili, complement almost any sharp cheese.
And cardamom.
And cardamom. Isn't it? What's cardamom in?
It's a spice.
It's yeah, right. It's really bothering me that I don't know how to pronounce the brewery name.
Huey.
Huey? Is that how you pronounce it?
I don't know. That's what it looks like, though.
Working on it.
Huey.
I'm right on top of that, Rose.
There we go.
Hoiga. Hoiga, apparently. Or Hoiga. Huiga.
You know,
Should I keep saying it?
yeah, just keep saying it different
Until-
ways.
Huiga.
You know what?
Haiga. Huiga. Haiga. Higi.
You know, we're going to figure that out because we're going to take a break. We'll figure it out during the break. And then we come back, we'll have your answer of how to
Hoiga.
pronounce this beer.
Higity hoo.
We'll be right back.
Where do you think you're going to put a tree that big?
Exactly.
Bend over and I'll show you. You've got a lot of nerve talking to me like that, Griswold. I wasn't talking to you.
Feeling impatient, cause I'm impatient. But I'm in this basement, trying to get my money up. Feeling complacent, chasing these payments. Ain't gonna work a payment, but still trying to get my money up. Blowing up, and knowing up, I'm going nuts, man. I'm losing it, I'm boozing it. I got it wrong, but choosing it. I'm proving it, don't got it yet, improving it. I'm dope as fuck, introducing this, get about my dick. I don't want no bitch, It's funny how you don't get shit. Until you get your motherfucking money up. It's funny how you don't get shit. Until you get your motherfucking money up. It's funny how you don't get shit. Until you get your motherfucking money up. It's funny how you don't get shit. Until you get your motherfucking money up. I don't know about you, but I ain't never had shit, man. Leading up to this, I only got to witness, man. Never had a chick, let alone a bad bitch. Didn't sell zones of bricks, didn't make a fucking lick till I picked up that big. Trying to get my money up, I took another sip, but I'm trying to pick these honeys up. It's funny how you don't get shit, man. Until you get your motherfucking money up. Funny how you don't get shit. Until you get your motherfucking money up. It's funny how you don't get shit. Until you get your motherfucking money up. It's funny how you don't get shit. Until you get your motherfucking money up. It's funny how you don't get shit. Until you get your motherfucking money up.
You know, the thing is, he did go out of bounds, but that was an illegal bump. Mike Richardson can't bump him after 5 yards before the ball's in the air. You can bump that first 5. Now, that official, he did a good job.
Thank you. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Kiss my ass. Kiss his ass. Kiss your ass. Happy Hanukkah.
Nice. Well,
You've got it already.
That's good. Yeah, Brandon, you're on your shit tonight, man. I appreciate it. Except for the one right on top of that, Rose. Other than that, you've been right on top of it.
I'm right on top of that, Rose.
Nice. Well, welcome back, everybody. I hope you enjoyed that song from NDO, who is one half of LSD, which is, they did a couple songs for the show, and Myke from LSD also does our theme song that I remixed for Christmas this year. So yeah, that song is an exclusive for this podcast, by the way, guys. I didn't tell you that either. This is an exclusive. It's not released anywhere yet. It won't be released by the time this episode comes out. So we're like getting exclusive shit from these guys every Christmas.
Nice.
That's really nice of them. I appreciate it, guys. Thank you. Because we can't play licensed music. Otherwise, lawsuits. Cease and desist. Because we're that big.
The fun stuff.
Yeah.
The
Stuff
fun
I don't want to flip and deal with.
Yes.
All right. So, Brandon, the ball, as they say, is in your court.
So this is kind of a calculated reason why I'm choosing this next beer. So we do have some remaining ones, and and I'm just gonna say it. So shout out to Rev for always making great beer. Fistmas is in a can, and I don't want to drink everything, so I'm actually recapping some of this stuff, and I don't want to leave a can open, so I'm gonna go to the Victory Mary Monkey.
Holy shit! Didn't see that one coming. I gotta be honest, I did not expect that. Wow. All right. Well, let's do it, baby.
Okay.
Good on you for recapping your beers. I am not.
That's a good call.
Maybe actually
I'm not like
I have caps. I
professionally
could do that.
recapping them, but The bottle opener I have seems to do a pretty good job of leaving the cap more or less intact, and I can get a decent seal by just popping it back on. So
honestly, if there's one beer that I'm gonna recap is the Delirium Noel, but I already drank half of that, so I'm gonna finish that. The other ones I've already had before, so I'm not worried about that. We'll see how this goes because I have a whole bunch of caps in my cap crimper for my homebrew.
Fancy. Yeah, we're looking at a 10% beer here.
I'm gonna do a nice
35
little quarter pour.
35 IBUs. This Belgian-style holiday ale combines the beloved flavor profile of Golden Monkey with notes of cranberry,
Oh yeah,
orange peel, cinnamon, and nutmeg to deliver a delightfully smooth finish, perfect for merry gatherings with family and friends.
If you guys haven't already, swirl that around in your glass and give it a smell. Like it smells kind of Belgian-y, and then when you swirl it around, that like 10% booziness really kind of hits the nostrils.
kind of kicks you in the jollies.
I'm 12 years old.
Oh yeah.
You know what's one weird thing though? So like the orange peel thing, like I don't understand how that ever became like kind of synonymous with like the Christmas style beer, because I always attributed orange peel to like going with like wheat beers and stuff like that. But I as I say that, I'm not mad about that because it goes really well.
I remember
together.
when we were kids. Well, at least when Clark and I were kids. You're much older than us, Brandon. When Clark and I were kids, late 80s, I remember like in grade school, us taking like cloves and pushing them into oranges, and that having to be like almost like oh look, we made this thing and it smells good for like 2 days and it starts rotting and your parents are pissed and you got to throw it away. Like, why did my kid bring that home? But I feel like oranges do have a place somewhere for Christmas stuff. So, but I think I agree with you though. I don't necessarily associate it with Christmas. I associate it with winter. I'm sorry, summer.
Back in my day, we used to take crack rocks and no.
What?
Yeah. So things happen. Yeah. So that was my rant about the orange peel thing, but I do, like I said, I do enjoy its presence, especially in this beer because I do actually kind of taste it. I get that. I don't know if I necessarily get the cranberry, but the cinnamon and nutmeg are relevant.
Yeah, nutmeg for sure. And honestly, I hate to. I'm not joking when I say this. I'm kind of reminiscent of some pumpkin beers we've had recently.
Okay,
in a good way.
Sure.
The sweet maltiness of it, plus I don't know, maybe it's the nutmeg that I'm getting because I think some of the pumpkin beers we've had have had nutmeg in them, and especially I assume pumpkin pie spice that a bunch of us threw into ours had nutmeg in them as well.
Yeah, what I feel about nutmeg though, and I think you briefly said this, when nutmeg is present in a beer, it it lends to the maltiness, and it enhances it. Like it's like next level maltiness, I think. And this beer, like the flavor profile on this, like even I'm gonna go back to the Noel, like. The Noel tastes like a different beer now after sipping this. Like Noel, it's just not the same beer anymore because the Victory is so strong. Like that flavor profile is just so, punch you in the mouth almost.
Exactly.
Not in a bad way.
No.
I will say this. It actually.
We didn't start with that one though.
Sorry, I was gonna say this. I like what you said. Trying the Delirium again. To me, it actually enhanced. It made Delirium even better.
Yes.
For me,
but it's not the same beer. Like I said,
no,
it's not the same beer that I had.
This particular beer, when I first took a sip, all I tasted was I was hoping that this wasn't just going to be a Christmas version of Golden Monkey. And then when you read, I didn't read the description on the bottle. And then Clark, while you were reading it, you're like, we took Golden Monkey, and I was like, shit, I'm just going to taste Golden Monkey. And I did. That's exactly what I tasted when I first took a sip. I got nothing from what, like, I don't get any cranberry. While you guys were talking about, the comparisons of pumpkin beer and how nutmeg, kind of brings out that maltiness. Excuse me. I started tasting the nutmeg and cinnamon, and it's there, but I don't know about this one. I like Golden Monkey it's a Belgian triple. Brandon, I think we even had this on our very first episode with Stephanie because that was her beer of choice at the time. So this just kind of reminds
pedestrian.
me, so fucking pedestrian. This does just kind of remind me of just regular Golden Monkey.
See, and that's that would have been a good thing to do, like just a one-off, like side by side. And we can definitely we can revisit that in the future if we want to. You know what is amazing me though, as I'm sitting here staring at this bottle,
Gazing
the Best
into
Buy
its
date
eyes.
is October 9th, 2021.
That makes sense.
Oh, wow.
High alcohol beer. Brandon, if you got any left, hold on to it, baby.
I'm thinking about that. I'd be curious to revisit this next year.
I will say this:
as an aged.
I do like the label, the art on it, the Merry Monkey. It is that's a pretty cool picture of the monkey just kind of in the elf outfit, relaxing, enjoying this beer. Now, when I say that it just kind of reminds me of Golden Monkey, that's not a bad thing. Golden Monkey's very good. I just kind of wish there was that when I heard cranberry, I got excited because we were talking about on the pumpkin beer episode, the second one. Clark, I mentioned that if you were going to make any changes to your beer or a variant of it, add cranberry like New Belgium used to do. I got excited because I think cranberry would have been like if there was a not like overly powerful cranberry, but just an actual like oomph, a little hint of it, like a hit of cranberry on this beer. I think would be awesome. It would change everything. Now, as we're talking, and it's kind of warmed up a little bit in my hand, I do get a lot more cinnamon. I do get a lot more of the nutmeg. Orange peel, I feel like, is already in this. No, it's not. I don't think orange peel is in the Golden Monkey. No. I don't know if I get orange peel, but it just kind of maybe I just had so many Golden Monkeys while working at Fanny's at the end of my shift, trying to stay sane, working 7 days a week with you, Clark, 5 days a week, 2 with Stephanie.
What a joy!
Oh, it was so good. It's a good beer. I just I don't know if I'd go back and grab this again.
Well,
personally,
it. Yeah. No, and if I had to go searching for the cranberry, I might be getting it at the very end in a sourness, but I don't know if that's just me trying to pretend that I can taste it.
I know, and I think I know what you're saying.
I just get a very strong like clove aftertaste.
Yes.
That is just like, and that's what I got from Golden Monkey. It's just like a very strong clove flavor, and that comes from the Belgian yeast, and that's fine and all. And I feel like if cinnamon or nutmeg was kicked up, I do get that spiciness. I will say that the cinnamon and nutmeg are kind of starting to stand out. I'm just bummed that I don't get that cranberry.
Although I guess what do you want, or what do you think you want from cranberry in a beer? Besides tasting like cranberry,
a little. I think a little bit of tartness would go a long way. I think it would help mellow out that clove, or at least balance it out
things a little bit.
Yeah, because clove, cinnamon, nutmeg, Belgian yeast, that's all just very strong. And hearing cranberry in a Belgian style beer with that, that just sounds like a really cool addition to try and balance out this beer to give you something else that I'm not really used to when it comes to this particular style, a triple, Belgian triple. The Belgian triples are very clovey and estery. It's just, cranberry would have been really cool to try.
Well, maybe you need to do what this guy on Untapped is saying. His username is just Matt.
Hey, Matt.
So
Congratulations.
Thanks, Matt.
Thanks for checking in, Matt.
Getting the first Matt. But he says, let it warm up a couple hours. So next time, let it sit there for 4 to 5 hours.
Throw it in your oven a little bit. See what happens.
Then it really starts to open up. So Tony,
I'm leaving it out tonight.
Year,
no, I'm going to leave this one out. I'm going to stay up until midnight.
Wake up. Go to sleep. Yeah. Wake up and then give it a taste.
All right before I go to work. Sounds good.
Perfect. All right, great.
No, Brandon, good. I'm glad you grabbed it. I think a lot of people who like Belgian beers, especially these last two, would love both of these. This is more along the line of a winter warmer than the Breckenridge Christmas Ale. You know what I mean? Like, you got the clove in there, cinnamon, nutmeg. It's 10%. I mean, you could sip on this for a good hour, and that'll warm you up real good.
Oh yeah.
Well, I like it.
And like I said, I like it too. But
I don't
think
dislike it. I don't dislike it. I just when I heard cranberry, I got excited, and then I was let down.
yeah, and I think the last time I had Golden Monkey is when we did the episode with Steph. So, I would be interested to try Golden Monkey again.
I think you would thoroughly enjoy it if you like this.
Oh no, I love Golden Monkey. I already know I love that beer. It's just been a while. I'm just talking like flavor profile wise, as far as it goes with this. Yeah, I'd be interested. Give it a little tasteroo.
I like that. Tasteroos. Back at it again. All right. Well, I'm going to call it. That's it. We're not going to drink anything else. We're going to call it a show, and I want to thank everybody for joining us. It's been a great Christmas, and, happy holidays, everybody.
I think you're wrong, actually. I think you're wrong, Tony.
I'm sorry?
I think there's more. I think there's more to do.
No. That's it. That was the final beer, right? That's it.
Oh,
I'm going home. I'm wrapping it
I
up.
don't know if Brandon has anything to say about that.
What's the hats on the house? Got yeast, that's beast. This the molten hour where we talk about a drink. Tell you what we
That was good.
Merry Christmas! Dinner was full!
All right. I think we're going to go into that. Right? Oh, wait, did you guys want to do anything else, or are we going to the obvious choice that I'm aiming towards?
I'm good.
I'm cool with ending on that one.
Let's do it.
All right. I just a heads up to everybody else. I know we said we weren't going to say it, but the other three beers that we were going to drink, we had to choose from, was Great Lakes Christmas Ale, which we did last year, and Fistmas, which we did last year. Both very good beers. Goose Island Christmas IPA, we did not drink. So if you guys want to try those beers, go ahead. And, especially Fistmas and Great Lakes Christmas Ale, I got to be honest. So the final beer.
God.
There's I want to give the quick little funny story behind the final beer, which
I was about to say.
Yeah, which is the, if anybody knows, one of the beers that's readily available as far as bourbon barrel-aged beers is Kentucky bourbon barrel-aged ale, or barrel ale, I believe is what it's called. And over the years, they have made many different beers. They've got a cream ale, they've got a coffee stout, they've got a lot. They've got barrel-aged beers. Now, one thing I will say about those beers, they're not crazy barrel-aged. It's not a lot of barrel, but there is a barrel characteristic to it. Earlier, right before, I'd say when we first decided we were going to start getting our Christmas beers, I came across a post that's from them that they had the Kentucky Bourbon Barrel Peppermint Porter. And I sent a message to Clark and Brandon that says, we got to get this. We got to get this beer for the episode. Not 2 minutes later, we got a response with Clark at home holding the 4-pack, taking a picture with it, saying, "Is this fast enough?" He had already bought it.
It was not fast enough.
It was
I
not.
had literally purchased that probably 2.5 hours prior to your text. I had been up in Michigan and was at the local Meijer, as I believe we've brought up before on this podcast, and they had a bunch of Christmas beers already. I'm like, all right, well, bunch of Christmas beers. We know we're doing a Christmas episode. Let's buy something. Kind of perused everything. Then I came upon this green and red bottle. Okay.
Beautiful. I was going to mention the label is perfect for this.
Yeah, label's perfect. And then peppermint porter. Cool. Oh, barrel-aged peppermint porter. Okay, that's it. And then 2.5 hours later, you text me, and I'm like, perfect.
Tony, we can make our stout a Christmas beer if we just put some candy canes in it. Just let it dissolve.
Hey, I did that with a Bourbon County one time, and it turned out pretty good. So Clark, have you tried this?
Pardon?
Have you tried this yet?
I have not had it before.
Okay, sorry, Brandon. You were going to say something.
I know. It's off topic, so I'll save it for later.
Oh, well, should we do that off mic, or should we just say it now and I'll edit it?
Oh, no, I was going to say, I think we should, for the cinnamon roll stout, if we can pull a gallon of it and do it with
I thought about
brew.
that. Maybe even taking, if we wait a little bit longer, I've got those oak chips that we could just throw some bourbon on for about a week or two.
We'll talk about that too.
I'm just saying, okay, awesome. No, we'll come back to that. I just opened this up, and as soon as I opened it, I was hit in the face with peppermint, and I poured it in the glass, and it is a peppermint bomb.
No kidding.
I am so excited to try this.
Yeah, so we're
Peppermint Patty.
we're dealing with a 8.2% ABV
Oh,
peppermint
shit.
porter with chocolate and peppermint, aged in bourbon barrels with notes of bourbon, toffee. Complement the roasted malts. Get ready for a peppermint patty taste in a barrel-aged beer.
Oh my!
So that's what I'm smelling. So I haven't
God.
tasted it yet, but I'm smelling the peppermint. It's peppermint and toffee is what it smells like to me.
I'm drinking this whole thing. I don't care about any other beers.
Okay, yeah, my first sip, I'm like, oh.
Do I get a lot of barrel like most of the other beers? Not a whole lot, but I do get peppermint and roastiness, and like you said, would you say toffee and caramel, Brandon?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh man, this is what I want from a peppermint beer.
I don't want to get too far ahead of myself, but this is great. The peppermint's not. It's definitely
Perfect.
there.
It's a
and you
perfect
get it,
amount
and
of peppermint.
Hits you, but it's not overpowering at all.
No, it's nice. It's not like
Somehow.
Yeah. It's like as soon as you take that sip, you're like, oh, peppermint. But then it's like, oh, now it's kind of chocolatey in my mouth, and that's it. It's like that is nice, man. Ooh.
Yeah, almost reminiscent of an Andes mint.
Yeah.
Yes. That's what I was thinking.
I'll go pick up another 4-pack of these guys.
Yes, seriously. I was so worried that because I know some of the other variants that they've done, I didn't see sitting on the shelf, but I have seen this sitting around, and boy, people are sleeping on this as far as peppermint beer. This is hitting everything I want in a peppermint beer. It's a porter, so it's not super roasty. It's nice and dark. It's chocolatey. And the chocolate that's added to it, I am so happy that we're trying this beer right now.
Yeah, I'm pleasantly surprised that it's as good as it is. As you said, I was a little worried it could kind of go off kilter.
Yeah.
In one way or another, way too much peppermint or not enough, but no, it's very, can I say balanced for a peppermint beer?
Yeah, no, I mean for it being like a porter and peppermint
barrel with everything going on, yeah.
And now so I'm glad we did this one last because it's been sitting out, so it warmed up. I almost brought this out at we're recording this at around 8:00 at night. We're an hour in now. I was gonna let this sit out almost an hour before we started because I wanted to get everything from it, and I feel like this was the right amount of time to let it sit. And the color is nice. It's like, that's a color of a porter. It's nice and clear. It's a very dark brown, a little amberish. It's not dark as far as a stout where you can't see through it. Nice white head on it. I smell I'm getting a little bit more I'm starting to get a little bit of the bourbon in it. It's not like bourbon barrel. There's like this booziness underneath behind it,
Oh, should I drop some Weller in it? See how it tastes?
No, that's another after the final pour that we did.
Yeah, I was shocked by this. I was really afraid that it was going to be like a fake peppermint extract
For sure.
kind of flavor. And again, peppermint in itself is a fake extract flavor, more or less. But
what do you mean?
Oh, sorry.
It comes from the peppermint
Tony,
trees.
there are no peppermint trees.
What?
Candy canes don't grow on peppermint trees.
What?
But seriously, this if this was a candle, I believe I've said that before, I would burn this candle.
We're the worst at describing things, but also the best. I know what you mean.
What we talked about, it's the peppermint toffee type thing. Like, dude, I could sit around and smell that all day. That'd be awesome. And then the flavor, kind of like you said, the barrel is not present. And I think that actually lends itself. I don't know. Maybe Clark can find this. I don't know how long they actually barreled it for. Maybe it was barrel aged for 3 days, and then they get to call it barrel aged. I don't know.
Well, maybe Matt from Untapped did it and left it in there for a couple hours.
Yeah.
What did Matt say about it?
I don't see any Matt comments.
Oh, bummer.
But yeah, that's the one thing it's missing. But I'm not disappointed that it's not there, because everything else is just so delicious.
I'm pleasantly surprised with this. The only other peppermint beer that I've had that's very good, excuse me, Two Brothers. They just called Two Brothers. Now, Two Brothers does a excuse me, a peppermint porter as well. That's also very good. The peppermint's a little bit more subdued, but it's It's really good. But this is like, it's a punch you in the face, not punching. It's a nice caressing of the face when it
I
comes
was about
to
to
the
say caress.
Yeah. And the two brothers Peppermint. If you guys can hear the creaking wood, I'm sorry. It's my family. They're walking around like crazy people upstairs right now.
How dare you live?
For real. I'm recording a podcast down here. This is my livelihood. I really like this, and I think I'm gonna go out and get some.
Yeah, I'm excited to have the last one I have immediately.
I'm on my way. I'm gonna come on by, and you and I are gonna drink that together. And then Brandon, if you want to come by over to Clark's as well, I'll bring over those sour Breckenridge Christmas ales. We can drink those. And,
perfect. And we can have the Bell's old fashioned.
Oh, perfect.
Then.
And you know what, Brandon, while you're on your way, if you could stop and grab that 3-liter Anchor Christmas beer.
Totally.
I mean, because it's Monday night. Let's do it. Monday Madness. Monday Night Raw.
Go out with a bang.
Oh. Well, I will say this, guys. Way more hits than misses. In fact, I wouldn't say there was a single miss here, even though we might have had opposing opinions. Not too many, but just different taste, different palates of what we got from these beers. I think this is a very successful Christmas episode, especially when I looked back at last year's episode. Man, I wish we could do like the flashback thing right now, where just get that sound, Brandon. Get that sound. So that I can edit in stuff. Now, I just want to go. I am going to go back and listen to our Christmas episode because we had a random lineup of beers. I remember, and one of the things I'm disappointed that is not out this year that I remember stressing last year. There is no Old Fezziwig in the Sam Adams mix pack this year.
What?
Yeah,
boy.
There's no 6-pack of it. It's not included. Hey, Boston Beer Company. We get it. Your focus is on Truly. I like Truly. Let's get Fezziwig back in the mix pack for Christmas next year. Got it? Great.
Yeah, apparently they're just not doing it this year.
Yeah, I'm kind of bummed about it. Old Fezziwig, as I said last year, I used to hate it, and then it became the beer that I saved till the end because I loved it so much. And I was going to grab the mix pack because it's an easy one to throw into this episode of Christmas beers. I did have 2 of their beers, their new winter lager and their white wheat ale, I think is what it is. Their winter lager, they've changed. It was good. I liked both of the beers. I love Sam Adams. You guys are great. You guys want to send us some Old Fezziwig? That'd be great. But I was really bummed not to see Old Fezziwig.
I'm sorry.
Thanks, man.
I hope.
Thanks.
I hope we made it up to you with all these other beers.
You didn't. Oh. And that's what I was trying to get at. Is that
We'll just wait until the Bell's Old Fashioned comes through and redeems us.
So there it is, folks.
Totally redeem yourself.
Exactly.
Next week. There it is. We're calling it here. We're going to do the Bell's Old Fashioned to wrap up season 3, which will be a full 10 episodes. It'll be a playlist available on SoundCloud of After the Final Pour. It's the first time we've done it separated into a season of different episodes, because before it used to be like anthology episode of our After the Final Pours. And how fitting that that would be the end of season 3, which is very nice. 10 episodes. Very cool. Well, guys, do you have anything else to say about these beers, about me, about the show, about anything else?
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
And God bless us, everyone.
Good luck.
Thank you. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Kiss my ass.
Yeah, I did
Kiss
just
his
watch
ass. Kiss your ass.
Mickey
Happy
Mouse
Hanukkah.
Christmas Carol on Disney Plus. 20
Oh,
minutes.
nice.
I do want to say good luck to all of you listening out there that are out driving around looking for barrel-aged beers, Bourbon County.
Oh boy.
The different variations of the regular Bourbon County that I know everyone's chasing. And everything else, and the Deepwood beers, and everything else that's coming out. Best of luck. I'm sorry that you're spending so much money.
Yeah, I can't wait for Dry January.
us.
Yeah, I think he is. I think he is actually.
No.
No.
None of us. None of us do that.
No.
We're very.
We don't send text messages
guilt.
of, we think we have problems. I do.
Because we know we do.
Yeah, I do want to say one last thing after the last after the final pour. The very last episode of this year, of 2020, the year that will never be spoken of again, is going to be a little different. We're going to do what we're going to call our best of, right? Our favorite beers of the year.
The Maltese.
Ooh, the malt. Ooh, I love it. It's the Maltese. It's going to be an awards show where there's no real awards and there's no guests involved, but we're going to drink a bunch and talk about all of our favorite beers. I'm looking forward to that, you guys. I am.
So that's also true too. We got to make sure we can find those beers.
No. Not necessarily have to find those beers.
We don't have to drink them.
No, we don't have to drink them. No, the whole idea is
have to talk about them and drink other beers,
right?
Whilst talking about those other beers.
This episode could go for 2 hours if we wanted to, and I am hoping that the three of us can at least. I really hope the three of us can. We're looking at those numbers. We're looking at those post Thanksgiving COVID numbers. Maybe we can all three of us be in the same room at the same time as we've done once before, and because I've got some beers in my fridge I'd like to share with you guys,
Ooh,
and we want to drink them.
Yeah, you got that prop?
No, I mean I do. Actually, I've got one. I've got one I got to share with Brandon, but everything else is everything I've been saving from the Deepwood series. So, anyways, all right, that's gonna be. Oh wait. I said we're gonna start in January, so. And hopefully my mic doesn't cut out and I don't get disconnected. Hey, Clark, where can everybody find you?
You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Clarkowski.
Brandon.
And you, Brandon?
You can find me. You can find me on Instagram at BMDub81 and Twitter at BDub81. And Tony, where can the fine folks find you?
I just want to point out real quick that I said I hope my microphone doesn't cut out and I don't get disconnected, but all I heard was the very tail end of Clark saying where people can find him, and I thought you guys were like pulling a fast one on me, like, haha, we'll show him. You can't hear anything.
We'd never do that again. No, we were just asking where we can find you. Do you need me to tell everyone again?
Yeah, why don't you tell everybody where to find me as me?
Right, here I am. It's me, Tony, Gullick, host of the Malting Hour. You can find me on Twitter at the Asa Phelps. The Asa Phelps?
No, it's just Asa Phelps.
Asa Phelps. And on Instagram at the Asa Phelps.
That's going to be it, everybody. Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, Happy End of the World, whatever you celebrate. We appreciate you, and we'll see you guys next time.
Toodaloo.
Was that a smooth ending?
Where do you think you're going? Nobody's leaving. Nobody's walking out on this fun, old-fashioned family Christmas. No, we're all in this together. This is a full-blown 4-alarm holiday emergency here. We're going to press on, and we're going to have the happiest Christmas since Bing Crosby tap danced with Danny fucking Kaye. And when Santa squeezes his fat white ass down that chimney tonight, he's going to find the jolliest bunch of assholes this side of the nut house.